Of motion. The various physical quantities in motion are related with each other, This relation is expressed as various forms of equation. There are three such equations. May be stated as follows. First equation of motion: a body starts to move with an initial velocity u, moves with uniform acceleration a, then velocity acquired by the body v in a given time t is expressed as the equation v equals u plus at. This is called the first equation of motion. So, the first equation of motion gives us the relation between final velocity attained by a body when it moves for a time t with an uniform acceleration a when it starts to move with initial velocity u. This is expressed as the first equation of motion. The first equation of motion gives us the final velocity v attained by the body in a time t, moving with uniform acceleration, starting with initial velocity u. This equation can be derived. The derivation of the first equation of motion is very simple, very easy. see, we have the acceleration. We express the acceleration of a body as the rate of change in velocity. Here in this equation, u equals initial velocity, v equals final velocity, a uniform acceleration and t time taken. Initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, uniform acceleration, time t, time taken, then we have, acceleration a equals v minus u by t, rate of change in velocity v minus u divided by time t. This is rate of change in velocity. This implies v minus u equals at, and this implies v equals u plus at. Thus, the first equation is derived very simply, very easily derived. Now, second equation of motion. Mathematically, the equations of motion can be derived in very simple way. Second equation of motion, a statement: a body starts to move with initial velocity u, moves with uniform acceleration, a, then distance travelled by the body, s in a time t is given by the equation s equals ut plus half at square. This is called the second equation of motion. Thus, the second equation of motion gives us the distance covered by the body moving with uniform acceleration a when it starts to move with initial velocity u in a time t. The second equation of motion gives us the distance covered by a body in a time t moving with uniform acceleration a, starting with initial velocity u. First equation of motion gives us the velocity attained by the body in a time t, moving with uniform acceleration a, starting with initial velocity u. Second equation of motion gives us the distance travelled by a body in a time t, moving with uniform acceleration a, starting with initial velocity u. Now, the third equation of motion, derivation of second equation of motion. To derive the first equation of motion, we use the formula of acceleration. To derive the second equation of motion, we will use the formula of average velocity, since average velocity equals u plus v by 2. This equals u plus at by 2. First equation of motion gives us v equals u plus at. So, here v can be replaced by u plus at. This will equals u plus 2u plus at by 2. Now, distance s equals a speed VAV into time t. This will imply s equals 2u plus at by 2 into t. This equals 2ut by 2 plus half at square equals ut plus half at square. Therefore, s equals ut plus half at square. Second equation of motion has been derived. The two equations of motions have been derived till now. First equation of motion v equals u plus at. To derive this equation, we use the formula of acceleration. The second equation of motion s equals ut plus half at square can be derived using the formula of average velocity and distance speed time. The formula using average velocity and the relation between distance, speed and time, this second equation may have been derived. Third equation of motion. We will see in third equation of motion, both the previous two equations of motion will be used. Third equation of motion. Firstly, we know the statement: a body starts with initial velocity u. So, we can see in all the three equations, the body starts to move with initial velocity u. A body starts to move with initial velocity u. Starts to move with initial velocity u. U moves with uniform acceleration a. Moves with uniform acceleration a. Then the velocity acquired by the body on covering a distance v, on covering a distance s, on covering a distance s is given by the equation v square equals u square plus 2as. Here the final velocity may be obtained by the relation v square equals u square plus 2as, that is on covering a distance s. Final velocity attained by the body on covering a distance s moving with uniform acceleration starting with initial velocity u is given by the third equation v square equals u square plus 2as. This is called third equation of motion. This is called third equation of motion. Third equation of motion. The third equation of motion gives us the relation between velocity attained by a body on covering a distance s. Actually, the third equation of motion relates the final velocity attained by the body on covering a distance s. The third equation of motion gives us the relation between final velocity attained by the body and the distance covered. The third equation of motion gives us the relation between actually final velocity attained by the body and distance covered by the body. Derivation. First equation of motion v equals u plus at is the relation between final velocity and other quantities. The second equation of motion, distance covered by the body in a time t. First equation of motion, velocity attained by a body in time t. Second equation of motion, distance covered by a body in time t. And third equation of motion, velocity attained by a body on covering a distance s. First equation of motion v equals u plus at states the final velocity attained by a body in a time t. Second equation of motion s equals ut plus half at square tells us the distance covered by a body in a time t. And the third equation of motion tells us the final velocity attained by a body when it covers a distance s. The third equation of motion v square equals u square plus 2as tells us the final velocity attained by a body v and the distance covered by the body. The relation between final velocity attained by the body and the distance covered is given by the third equation of motion v square equals u square plus 2as. Derivation of this equation. In deriving this equation, we use the other two equations and very interestingly, the third equation of motion may be derived using the two previous equations of motion. We can derive the third equation of motion very interestingly, since v equals u plus at squaring both sides, because in the third equation of motion LHS is v square and a square can be obtained by squaring on both sides u plus at whole square. This will equals u square a plus b whole square plus 2ab plus b square. Now we have the third equation of motion v square equals u square, and now we have to bring out 2as u square plus 2as, 2 common A common A ut. Here remains ut after taking common 2a remains ut plus 2 has been taken common, a has been taken common, then left 1 by 2 a t square. C u square plus 2a, and this will equal to second equation of motion, s equals to ut plus half a t square. Therefore, v square equals u square plus 2as, since s equals ut plus half a t square. So, using the two previous equation of motion, v equals u plus a t and s equals ut plus half a t square, the third equation of motion, v square equals u square plus 2as is derived. We have known to the three equation of motion, v equals u plus a t, the relation between final velocity and time taken. Second equation of motion, s equals ut plus half a t square, the relation between distance covered and time taken. Third equation of motion, v square equals u square plus 2as, relation between final velocity attained and distance covered. Thus, we can see in the all three equations of motion, there is a relation between various physical quantities. So, the equation of motion may be defined as the relation between various physical quantities. We can see some important facts in these three equations of motion. In all the three equations of motion, we have four physical quantities. If three of them is known, then the fourth can be obtained. In all the three equations of motion, there are four physical quantities. All the three equations are for uniformly accelerated motion. In all the three equations of motion, there must be acceleration uniform. These three equations of motion may also be applied for negative acceleration, as v equals u plus a t or v minus u plus a t, v equals u minus a t. Second, u t plus half a t square or u t minus half a t square, and v square equals u square plus 2as or u square minus 2as. All the three physical quantities, in all the three physical quantities, four physical quantities are used, and the three equations of motion, in all the three equations of motion, there are four terms. In all the three equations of motion, there must be uniformly acceleration, and the equations of motion are in the form of plus as well as in the form of minus. Plus when acceleration or the velocity increases, acceleration is positive. Minus relation means the velocity decreases or the acceleration is negative. Okay, thanks.